for another bout?
What, you getting sleepy?
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So Marvel has so much stuff going on for Comic Con this week, I thought I'd do a preview for all the movies it's taking to Comic Con. There's a bunch of them, so I'm going to be doing a separate video just for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This will just be the movies. Be sure to subscribe to get that S.H.I.E.L.D. video. Speaking of which, I wanted to give a big high five to all the new subscribers. Thank you so much for subbing to my channel. I hope you enjoy all the Comic Con news I'm going to do this week. I have a ton of other stuff on the channel, be sure to check it out. So the big Marvel Universe panel is on Saturday, just like last year. And just like last year, they're going to show off a bunch of different things, but the two big movies that are going to be there are Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and Thor the Dark World. They'll definitely be showing off new footage from each of them. Obviously, Captain America will be the first footage we've seen, so that'll be just a teaser, but they'll show off another Thor trailer too, which will feature Christopher Eccleston's villain character. The really big news, though, is they're going to be announcing some of those untitled movies in Phase 3. The first one is Doctor Strange. They pretty much already confirmed that, but the other movie is still unknown. That could be a couple different things, which I'll talk about in just a second. The other big thing is that Edgar Wright is the director of Ant-Man. He's going to be there for a different movie, World's End. It's also a really awesome movie you should check out. But because he's there and because Marvel is going to do a big Phase 3 announcement as well as their current Phase 2 movies, they're going to bring him on stage to tease some Ant-Man stuff. Just like the Ant-Man stuff, they're also going to be teasing some Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. And even though they've been shooting and they want to release a clip, the visual effects process just takes so long to finish. That's why movies spend so long in post-production. That being said though, we will get some images from the set. There are a lot of people, including me, that feel like they're also going to use this panel to do a full Phase 3 announcement. That is, they're going to talk about every single movie that's going to be in Phase 3. Just like you remember last year, they did that Phase 2 announcement where they announced all the movies that are going to be in Phase 2, even if they didn't have footage from those movies. So obviously they're going to announce Doctor Strange, and there's that other mystery movie. Obviously they're going to be doing Captain America 3 and Thor 3, so we can kind of not think about those too much. We want to think mostly about that unknown movie. What is that other mystery movie going to be? Well, there are a couple possibilities, and here's where you can jump in and let me know what you think. First of all, Black Panther and Miss Marvel. Those are the two big things that Marvel has talked about wanting to do, and other directors have talked about, like Joss Whedon, but they haven't really made any definitive statements. So expect to hear more about that at the panel. Thinking about all this awesome Phase 3 news that they're going to drop on us during the panel doesn't really go on to mention anything about Iron Man. So, if you remember earlier in the year, there was a bunch of contract issues with Robert Downey Jr. and Marvel. They hadn't locked him down for any of the Avengers movies after Iron Man 3 or any other Iron Man movies. Well, recently, they just re signed him. He is confirmed for Avengers 2 and Avengers 3. And even though they haven't set a date for Avengers 3, they already have an idea of where the story's going to go. So they're just locking him down. So once they get it done, they won't have to worry about him. What does that mean? That means that they're not talking about Iron Man 4. So there is a very good possibility that there won't be an Iron Man movie during Phase 3 at all. That makes a lot of sense because if Marvel is going to have him in Avengers 3, it'll give them time to find a new Iron Man and introduce him in the next Iron Man movie, which could potentially come after Avengers 3. But let me know in the comments below, are we not going to see Iron Man 4 until after Avengers 3, or will they announce it during the Marvel panel? Now, for some of the good stuff. So I've got some spoilers for Captain America, the Winter Soldier. So if you don't want to know anything about Winter Soldier, even the stuff that they talk about at the panel, be sure to turn the volume down now. So Captain America the Winter Soldier is all about the idea of the past coming back to bite you in the ass. I know it's a really classic story, but each of the main characters, Captain America, Black Widow, Nick Fury, have someone come out of the past to make big problems for them during the movie. Obviously, a lot of people that read the comic books know that the Winter Soldier is Bucky Barnes. So Sebastian Stan is going to be the primary protagonist for Chris Evans in this movie. Also, he has some tie-ins with Black Widow. Remember, he is basically brainwashed to become the Winter Soldier by the Russians. And who's from Russia? Well, Natasha Romanoff. And that's going to come back and bite both of those characters in the ass. There's also Nick Fury's character. So if you remember, Robert Redford was cast as this really vague Washington, D.C. character who kind of lorded over S.H.I.E.L.D. He's basically like Nick Fury's boss in a sense. And if you look at some of the descriptions of the movie online, it talks about a shadowy figure in Washington, D.C. causing problems for S.H.I.E.L.D. Obviously, that's going to be Redford's character. You also find out that Redford's character is behind the actions of the Crossbones character in the movie, and although we don't know what Crossbones is going to be doing to cause trouble for the heroes in the movie, we do know that Redford's character is going to be the person orchestrating all those actions. I'll talk more Captain America spoilers in a future video, but right now you can actually check out that S.H.I.E.L.D video I did. Think of it as like the most fun thing that Marvel is doing this year. So get really excited for it. You can click here to watch that Comic Con preview. I talk about some of the stuff they're going to do on the panel and some of the other things that they're going to tease. You can also click here to watch some of my other Comic Con videos. It's going to be a super awesome week. I'm going to be posting a ton of videos, so get really excited. I'm probably not going to sleep, but that's okay. Marathon high fives.